Hey everybody, Scorpion here. So I'm promoting Triple P today, Pistol Pack and Pilot. If you don't know them, check them out. I'll try to link them below. Absolutely great channel. Today's just some randomness. I mean, just see what we can find and take apart. What kind of goodies we can find in it. So, you want to see it? Stay tuned.
Rock bottle on the track, boy.
Alright, so we got a mouse, which we've done before. I've already taken the screws out of it. We've got a Wii Controller, which I know I haven't done before. Pressure switch off your well and pressure tank. It might be a bit of a challenge, but we'll try it, see what happens. We'll start with the mouse. Just to see. Well, pretty sure I've done one of these before, but not everything's made the same. Let's take this and cut it. Already, this one has a completely different setup than the last one. Maybe I'll get that lucky. Alright, so this is the top of it. Before I start pulling the stuff out, it's got a latch on it right there. Got some buttons. Let's see if we can't make this a little bit easier. So, get that little catch out the way there. So there's going to be silver in those little contacts there, those little buttons. Those are the side buttons on the mouse. We've got a couple of wires floating around in here. This is just a little LED board with the wire connected. That should be it out of the top. There's a little magnet in there. Of course, if you want to take a second and pull these out, where the batteries went in, you can always do that. And we got the board on the bottom. So let's see, we got some tape covering part of it. So it would look like we have switches, 3 switches. I'll have silver in those for the contacts. You got the crystal oscillator here, and some type of little chip for the red light, so it knows, you know, where to move or whatever. And there's a IC chip on the bottom. It's going to be copper. So we'll just take the wires. Grab the crystal oscillator, because I mean that's low grade board anyway, it's not really worth anything. And see if we can get a hold of this chip. There we go. IC chip. You got switches if you want to pull them off. Again, that's up to the individual. Is that little bit of silver that's on there worth it, the time to you or not? Now, if you just stack them somewhere and you've run out of other stuff to do and process, then it may become important to you. Alright, so Wii Controller. Let's see what we got here. I don't see any more screws in anything. It's most certainly acting like it's got some in it. All kinds of stuff falling off the inside there. Buttons. There's a speaker. There we go. Alright. So, all the buttons are falling out now. You got your little speaker here. And there's what it looks like. I'm not sure if y'all can see that or not, but looks like it might be a gold board. So let's pop this loose. Yep, backside looks the same way. All these little gold dots and stuff. So you strip the green off of this, and you strip the gold off the whole board. That would explain why they cost so much to buy. These buttons actually look like they're gold instead of silver. Quite interesting. So I would personally say a Wii controller is worth stripping for the gold. So I'll clean the rest of that up later. Get all the stuff off of there. All these buttons and stuff are plastic, so. Again, you can reach in there and pull them little pieces for the batteries out, but it's not worth my time. So I'm going to put the wire over here. And let's see what we can do with this, because we know we have contacts, which are going to have silver. Got a couple screws up here, a couple screws down here, and a couple on the front. So y'all hang tight. I'm going to try to get these out, and I'll be back with you. Alright, so I've taken some of the screws out, everything on the top. Pull this contact forward. This is where your power comes in. Sits on your contacts here. And I say it comes in like that. It'll come in on one of these two and one of these two, and then the other lead on the other side carries it back to your well. So when the contacts are open, the power stops on whichever lead you have that on, and when it closes, it bridges it over to the other lead to send the power back to fire a pump up. So there's your contacts and the silver pads that are on them. These are normally pretty good. If this has been there for a long time before you replace it, then sometimes that silver pad will be completely worn off. Then you've got your contacts here. They're going to be, I think that's brass. It might be copper, but I think it's brass, with the silver on those as well. So I don't really see any reason to take this apart. Yeah. So I would just personally grab this right here and cut it right off of there and toss that in the scrap. And these are connected. So these may take a few minutes to get off. Easiest way would probably be just drill those pop rivets out there and they should fall right off. So that's something else I'll do later. But that gives you 4 sets of contacts, I believe it is, that you can pull silver off of, and there's a decent amount of silver on that compared to, yeah, these little switches right here. They're just so tiny, it's not a whole lot in there. And that concludes this video. Hope y'all enjoyed just some randomness, something a little different. Put my IC chip up and my crystal oscillator. But we will catch y'all in the next video.